3 years. Netflix, you made me wait for 3 years.
Wait! I did my waiting! 12 years of it!
It was worth the wait. Do yourself a favor. If you've never seen this show, please go and watch it. You will not be disappointed. Open yourself to something new, an experience that will take you into a new world that will be life-changing. Okay, I'm being a little overdramatic, but it's a great show. I will be going into certain story elements, not a whole lot of spoilers, but some minor spoilers just to give some context. With that said, let's start with this review. Arcane Season 2 plunges us straight back into Piltover, and I mean right into the fallout of that explosive season finale.
What could have been?
It's like we hit resume on the action where we left off with Vi, Jinx, Jace, the counselors, right on that moment. And it's going to change everything for the future of Piltover. Jinx's latest stunt at the Capitol has left her sister rattled and more determined to put an end to her reckless ways. Vi's wrestling in her mind if Jinx is actually able to be saved at all, while also handling the balance of her relationship with Caitlyn. And here's the mild spoiler I want to give to show a certain context of why the characters are in these positions. Some of the counselors died in that explosion, one being Caitlyn's mother. Their deaths shake Piltover to its core, and the city's council's response is no longer optional. Actions have to be taken place, and now they're at a point asking themselves, will there ever be true peace? What makes this season so gripping is how it turns up the heat on politics and power dynamics, laying bare all the complicated stakes. Characters are facing impossible decisions during this conflict. On the other end, they want to pursue war. They want to get as much done as possible, even if innocence gets in the way, while the other side actually cares about everyone and how it's going to impact this whole community. It gives the story an edge, showing the messy layers of leadership where even the best intentions can have dark, unintended effects. And during a season like this in our society, it is painfully relatable. Then there's Jace, deep in the dilemma of the Hexcore. It's both a weapon and a miracle, and you definitely get that feeling between the arcs of Jace and Victor. In the last season, Jace wanted to explore more of the Hexcore for what it can offer, while Victor was terrified of what those outcomes could be.
You have to destroy it. The Hexcore. Promise me.
Okay.
But now in this season, not trying to give too much away, let's just say their arcs have completely reversed. And I found their arc, while I wish there was a bit more time with Jace, and especially the decision of his new path, his new direction, what he believes he has to do for Piltover, I still enjoyed the execution between him and Victor. This whole season, no, actually, this whole series has a lot to say about power, its allure, its danger, and how it can make or break entire communities. Arcane shows us power's beauty and brutality side by side. The elite up top trying to cling on to their version of peace, while we also see the other side, the lower class, being trampled on and misunderstood. Though not everyone on either side is perfect, you get every single bit of information why they're such foes, and that's what kind of brings the power of Arcane to life. Not just because it has great action, music, beautiful animation, but it gives you characters that feel real and relatable. They're fighting not just to survive, but to reclaim something they've never truly had. In the middle of all that is a heartbreak of Vi and Jinx, this sisterhood that you are rooting for to come back together. Maybe you do get some scenes where they might have to work together. They might have to push aside some of their differences, but it's not just, oh, let's put these characters in this situation because it's going to be really cool for the fans. No, it feels earned. It feels respectful to who these characters are. And to talk a little bit about Jinx's storyline for this season, it's incredible. The thing that I found mostly interesting about her arc, how she was surrounded by this community, and now every corner that she goes to with this arc, no one is on her side except for few, probably 1 or 2 people. One being a little girl that they introduce in this season that kind of clings to her as if she's like an older sister. One of the most impactful moments, a realization for the character of Jinx. This is a responsibility that kind of just fell into her lap and how she organically kind of fits into that role. Yet again, the writing knowing how to showcase these characters and put them in situations that don't just feel random, but that feel true to the character. Arcane doubles down on the violence this season, and every hit lands harder. You feel the raw anger from each punch taken, and not just the physical ones, but the emotional ones. The writing at the end of the day is what grounds this brutal world, balancing the savagery of war with tender human moments that give the story depth and a soul. It's a brutal world with a cost to every decision. Even well-meaning quests for hope can cast shadows in unexpected places. Sounds familiar? Animation-wise, completely knocks it out of the park yet again. The trailers that you've seen, yeah, times that by 1,000 with each episode, with various different animation styles like season 1, but even more so. The colors pop, everything, and I mean it. The couches, the swords, the guns, the lasers, the lights, the cups of tea leaps out of the screen, almost like you can touch it yourself. And let's not forget the soundtrack. It's explosive. Nothing says high stakes like ending your first episode with a Linkin Park song. And yes, I am a fan of the old and new Linkin Park. Come at me, bro. But seriously, the music elevates the characters' situations. The lyrics have meaning. And it could have easily come across as tongue-in-cheek, but it feels purposeful. Arcane Season 2 boils down to this: every action has a reaction. War is here, crackling with gorgeous animation, gripping battles, and richly developed characters. Everything builds towards moments that will define who these characters are and what they're willing to sacrifice to be on top. Vi and Jinx are in a desperate race to shape the future of Piltover, and nothing, not even each other, can stand in their way. I just want to say thank you so much, Netflix, for sending me the first 6 episodes. It really means a lot. I cannot wait to see how this all ends up for the final 3 episodes on November 23rd. If I had to give a score so far for this whole series, it'd be a 10 out of 10. This is one of the best shows, period. Not just animated, best shows, period. But I'm gonna reserve that final score officially till I see the final 3 episodes. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, but most importantly, do not forget to be blessed.